There's thought this morning that police in California may be closing in on Sandra Cantu's killer. They have narrowed the search for a suspect, but they still haven't made any arrests. CBS News correspondent John Blackstone has more.
Near Sandra Cantu's home, flowers and toys keep arriving, even as family members are picking things up and passing them on.
They're going to be donated to the Children's Hospital.
Sandra's home remains a magnet for those trying to come to terms with her brutal murder.
And it's just something that's hit very hard, and she has a lot of questions about it and why someone would do that.
While parts of the investigation have been made public, like the search of a local church, police are releasing few details.
I think it's scary that this person is still out there, and that's what I told my daughters on their way to school the next day.
When Sandra was first reported missing, police did not issue an Amber Alert because they had no vehicle description.
If I would have heard an Amber Alert, and I'm thinking I would have gone on the internet to see what this child looks like, because this was the area she was missing from.
What people in Tracy want most now is to find her killer.
I just wish they got him. You know, I just wish they can get him. Whoever did it, they gotta get him.
John Blackstone, CBS News, San Francisco.
And joining us from Tracy, California, Sergeant Tony Sheneman of the Tracy Police Department. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
You feel like your department is any closer to actually naming or zeroing in on a suspect in this case than you were, say, 2 or 3 days ago?
The investigation's headed in the right direction. We've interviewed hundreds of people over the last 2 weeks and believe that we're focusing in the right area.
So is it safe to say that this investigation has narrowed significantly?
It's safe to say that we're headed in the right direction and that we believe that we'll be coming to a conclusion soon. Soon?
Within the next several days?
I can't comment on that part of the investigation. I've not been briefed today.
Okay. We've been showing this surveillance video from near her home, this beautiful child skipping in the street. Has that video been able to indicate something to you in terms of the time that it was taken or the direction she was heading? Is there anything in that has been of extra help to you?
The surveillance video allowed us to establish the timeline of Sandra's activities after she returned home from school. It also showed us the last time that she was seen. Most importantly, it shows a little girl that was carefree who was skipping back to her home and was never seen after that.
There is some controversy around Tracy about whether or not an Amber Alert should have been enacted in results of Sandra going missing. What is the procedure on that, and why wasn't one issued?
The requirements for an Amber Alert state that we have to have some specific identifiable means of transportation to be able to put up on the highway. The description that in an Amber Alert would have read that we were looking for a young girl that was 4 feet tall, 45 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. And that would have been a lot of people in the state of California.
Right. Sergeant Sheneman, we thank you so much for your time this morning. Good luck.